Hi friends, welcome back to Techie Trainers. My name is Sivakumar Reddy as part of our Docker tutorial series. In our previous video, we discussed the disadvantages of virtualization and then we discussed the container approach and its advantages. So now I'll simply compare these three approaches like physical server equal to independent house, virtualization is like apartment, and containerization is like you take individual room for rent like PG or you pay for your rent and then you use the resources like shared resources like kitchen and then your hall area, all those things. So you can compare like this. So now you can see the containerization as discussed earlier, it's easy to portable, you can easily shift, and then the cost is also very less compared to other two approaches. Maintenance is also very easy, but you can effectively share your resources. So you can compare the virtualization is like an apartment. Each flat is with like one VM, but the containerization is like a single bedroom inside the apartment. You can take it one single room for rent, but you can use all the resources on a sharing basis. So like that, you can reduce the cost, maintenance, portable nature, everything. So it clearly you can see the containerization approach is very good, and so that it becoming popular for microservices approach as well. So nowadays everybody is moving to the containerization architecture because of easy to deploy and there will be no downtime. So that is the advantage. So till now we have discussed about the three approaches. Now our main concentration is on like containerization approach, how to what is Docker, what are the concepts involved in Docker. So now let's start really about very deep inside the Docker containerization. Okay. So friends, we can finally compare the three approaches with a simple table. So till now, whatever you have listened, we can easily understand with this table within just 1 or 2 minutes. So let's discuss one by one. Scalability. Scalability is how fast you can scale the servers up and down. So physical server, it's very, I mean, it will take a lot of time. VM, it will take few minutes, and the container, it will take few seconds. Resource optimization, you know, it is very bad. It will block the complete resources, and VM also, it is somewhat better than physical, but it will also block it. And then containerization, it will have full freedom. I mean, whatever the resource it can consume, it will only take it from the hardware. But VM, it will take whatever you give, it will completely block it. Higher availability, it can be bad because if one server goes down, you cannot access your application. In VM also, it is high available unto some extent, but the container when compared to VM, it is the best. Cost, you know, it's bad. It is average because in one physical server, you can spin up multiple logical servers, and container, it is very good because you can spin up. If you are here, if you can spin here 4 servers, here you can spin up 40 containers, at least 10 times. Reliability, you cannot rely on this physical server approach at any point of time. If this is failure, you cannot access your application. In VM also, it is average because if the underlying hardware fails, you cannot rely on the application. But in container approach, you can easily ship your containers to the another physical server. And fast provisioning, it is very bad in physical server approach to provision the infrastructure. And VM, it is average, it means better than physical, but in container, it is very good. Performance wise, physical server approach is very good because you can directly reach your application with the IP address and then port number. But here the number of calls is more. It means like, sorry, this is bad, this is average. Because here from host OS to guest OS to application, here host OS to the container engine, and then directly the container. So here the number of levels are like 3, here the number of levels are 2, here the number of levels is 1. Security, it is best because you can apply all the security on the physical server, but in VM it is bad because in a hardware maybe you will have the 4 servers or 10 servers running. If one server is compromised, the hacker can get the complete access of the whole physical server. here also, if a hacker can get access to the one container, he can control the whole physical server underlying. So into performance and security, we are not expecting the best out of containerization, but you can tune it considering the advantages. Okay, so this is the whole scenario of all the three approaches. So in our next video, we can start discussing more about Docker, and we can go for some practical sessions.